Yo, what's up? I want to get straight to it. I want to talk to you about plant-based protein. People already say that plants don't got no protein. So whenever someone associates the talk of protein, they're automatically thinking of meat. You know, nobody ever thinks about all the plants that everyone eats on a day-to-day basis and how they could be overlooking those kind of types of foods as like a main staple for nutrition and not even really need the meat. You could really cut back on the meat. With a diverse diet, mixed variety of different fruits, vegetables, grains, legumes, you can get all the protein you need. This is 6 categories of plant-based protein or vegan protein. The first one I'm gonna talk about is nuts and seeds. That's like just your typical nuts, almonds, walnuts, pecans, cashews, all those nuts and seeds, chia seeds, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, hemp seeds, all those different types of seeds have their own different type of health benefits that are beneficial. You got to keep this in mind with all these different types of nuts and seeds. They're all going to have their different ratios when it comes to their nutrition, their healthy fat levels, their protein levels, antioxidants, special other enzymes that one may have that another may not have. This one may have more protein. This one has more healthy fats. This is why it is good to have a mixed balance of all of them. As long as you're not allergic to any of them, I'd say the more mixed, the better, because then you get more diversity. Next up for the plant protein is going to be legumes. Legumes is a term used for the family of plants that grow out of the ground, usually in the form of like a stalk, like beans and peas. So they're called the legume family. There are differences and similarities between peas and beans. So black beans, pinto beans, chickpeas, all these different beans are high in protein. For the next topic is kind of a controversial kind of thing because recent studies have shown that it's not good for people to eat soy products. It throws you off hormonally, as well as there's a lot of other side effects to eating soy products. But on the contrary, some people aren't affected by it at all. In the past, before I learned about the side effects of soy products, I didn't have any adverse effects, just my experience. But there also are some people who have culturally eaten soy products within their community. I mean, you got to keep in mind, there's people who have spent generations eating soy type foods, so their family may be more developed to be able to withstand the side effects of it versus someone else who has never even had that in their genetic line or history. When they start eating this kind of stuff, they have bad effects. That's when you start getting these bad reactions because genetically, historically, their family has never even experienced this food. Quick example is like when people migrate from country to country, they spend generations in one area. When they move to a new area, this small isolated population gets either diseases or gets killed off because of the stuff that these other people were already used to. And then they brought their stuff over here. So exposing them to something that they never had. That's probably what's going on with the soy products. But soy products and like veggie meat, veggie burgers, those things actually have high protein. And if you're someone that's not affected by it at all, then it's a good source of protein. It's good to eat. I mean, I don't think the veggie burgers are bad. I think it just depends on which kind you get and find out what works for you. If you have anything against eating those kind of things, don't eat them then, I'm not here trying to convince anyone to eat something that they're not comfortable with. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Everyone has their reasons. You do what works for you. Next up is high protein grains. So brown rice, wild rice, quinoa, oatmeal. Those are some of the most popular ones. I think those are real good as like a base for a meal, so basically the foundation of the meal would be like a grain, like rice, quinoa or something like that. That would go underneath your vegetables and then like maybe a little bit of meat, But try some of these different high protein grains as a way to implement more good nutrition into your diet and a good way to get you full. Next up is one that you probably wouldn't even expect, and it's fruits and vegetables. Even though it's not like a bean or grain or like one of the legumes, If you eat a large amount of some of these fruits and vegetables, it's a good amount of protein. Fruits and vegetables like broccoli, sweet potatoes, artichoke, spinach, banana, blackberry, it's not much protein. But say, for example, for a cup of broccoli is 2.5 grams of protein. Or say one banana is about 1.5 grams of protein. It's not a large source of protein, but it's definitely a very high quality It's a very high quality source of protein. It's probably the most high quality source of protein because of the other level of nutrition that is piled on top of it. So it's not just protein that you're getting, because some plant-based foods may be more protein, but they have a little bit more of an acidic factor to it. Fruits and vegetables are higher in the pH, so they have less acid. If anything, fruits and vegetables cut out acid, especially when you combine it with other food that you eat. So you get a lot of vitamins and minerals, antioxidants, and you get the protein as well. Okay, so to be honest, the very last topic is plant milks. So that's oat milk, almond milk, cashew milk. Basically, plant milk is made when you take either nuts or grains and you soak them in the water, let the plant absorb the water over a certain period of time, and then you squeeze the water out of it. And when you squeeze it out, you're going to be taking out the nutrition that's inside the plant, and you're going to be getting out the water with the nutrition. You get this plant juice cocktail. You see, you get the plant juice cocktail. So it's not necessarily a different food, because it's basically like giving you either grains or nuts packaged in another form. One way that you can look at it is it takes the plant and takes it into a certain form that's maybe easier for you to digest, because it's a liquid now instead of a solid. Think about that. So I said almond milk, cashew milk. You can get a high protein variation with cashew milk and almond milk combined, and how they get it up to high protein is they add pea protein. So then it's still a vegan plant-based protein. It's still, they can put in big bold letters, plant protein. Now don't be fooled, the protein's not coming from just the cashew and almond milk, because it'll be labeled as a cashew almond milk, but it gets the high protein from the pea protein. Just inside scoop on how they, So, okay. Basically, here's the bottom line. With a diverse diet, mixed variety of different fruits, vegetables, grains, legumes, you can get all the protein you need, because every little bit counts. 5 grams of protein here, 10 there, 4 here, 2 there. And don't forget about the other benefits from jumping from category to category. Different vitamins over here, different fats over here, different protein levels over here. And just because some foods may have low amount of protein doesn't mean they're low on nutrition. Some plants' highlights are their other nutrition facts, their antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, these things, special enzymes that are in that plant alone. This is the reason why a well-balanced diet is so important. Hey, I really hope you enjoyed my video. I work really hard on my videos. I work hard on creating ideas. So if you liked the video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Peace.